That son of a bitch! Why, Triple H? You son of a bitch! Why? Tell me why! Damn Triple H! Damn his soul! You son of a bitch!
Welcome back to the MVP's Lounge. I am your host, as always, the King, and thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Man, look, I appreciate every last one of y'all that's been supporting the channel, getting us to almost 1K subscribers. I'm trying to get there by the end of the month. That was the goal. The goal is still there, all right? Even though we only got like 8 more days left, the goal is still alive. 1K subscribers by the end of October. Hey, we can still do it, all right? AEW Dynamite. We are here for the fallout of AEW Wrestle Dream, and there was a lot of fallouts happening tonight, but we'll get to that a little later. We start the show out with giving a recap of Wrestle Dream and everything that happened, and then they cut directly into a promo. Well, I won't say a promo, but yeah, I mean, you can call it a vignette, promo combination kind of thing. They did it with Hangman post-match, like backstage. And he was in the medical room, and he was crashing out. Hey, he already told Joe already that pretty much he was going, you know, ruin his life if he ever did something to him. And well, hey, that turn that flicked off the switch. You just brought out the man that set Swerve's childhood home on fire. He told him he was going to ruin his life. That's all I need to hear. That's all I need. I don't need to hear nothing else. I don't need to hear nothing else. He low-key might have to bring back the music too. I ain't gonna lie. I need the beat to come back. Okay. But the first match, coincidentally, of the night was the Opps against the Hurt Syndicate for the trios titles. So out the gate, I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? The Opps pull up, they got the aura, they drop a pyro, and then of course, you know what I'm saying, the music hits.
Hey yo, we hurt people.
You know what I'm saying? Like they you know what I'm saying? We get our groove on, we get in our bag. Match starts, they going crazy. Bobby wants to, you know what I'm saying, put meat on meat, pause, with Powerhouse Hobbs out the gate, but nah, Samoa Joe tags in immediately, pushes Hobbs to the corner. We gonna save that brawl for later on. And then they start getting into it. Joe and Bobby, they going crazy. And I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen Joe and Bobby in a match. Now that I'm trying to like really think about it. And I can't recall if they ever did have a match, but I was like, I'm interested in seeing this. And then Samoa Joe, he does this walk away spot with Shelton, but Shelton lands on his feet. And Joe was like, you know what? He ain't do my spot. I'm tagging out. And tags out. They were having fun in this match, I ain't gonna lie. But something really pissed me off by the end of it, because we get to the ending portion where MVP is about to hit his finish. And he's taking a hell of a lot of time to hit his finish. I'm like, yo, why is he taking forever? And out comes Ricochet on the apron, and I'm like, oh nah, come on, TK, come on. We can't do. Listen, these guys, the Demand and the Hurt Syndicate, have already had 3 matches already, and that's not including their separate matches that they've had, where they've had like singles contests and a tag team match. I think they might have had like 6 different matches together already at this point. Let's get rid of this. You know what I'm saying? I don't get me wrong. I enjoyed all of the stuff they've done up until Wrestle Dream, and I enjoyed that too. And I was like, all right, cool. This is the end of their feud. Let's have them push forward and move on to something else. We didn't get that. They brought back out the Demand to cost them this match. I was not a fan of that. I was not a fan of that at all. I'm not, because what I would have done was, since Hangman just talked about ruining the Opps' life, why not have Hangman pull up, try to cost the Opps the match, and then inadvertently cost the Hurt Syndicate? See, now you're not only building the beef of Hangman, starting out with crashing out. But at the same time, now you just planted the seeds of now the Hurt Syndicate got a problem with Hangman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do something with that, but it's like, now you just threw the demand back in, and now we got to re-see this again. Like, I don't want to see this again. I don't. I enjoyed it for the time that we had it. The demand, the Hurt Syndicate. Hey, it was great. It was great stuff. But you gotta have these dudes move forward. All right, we gotta get out of this demand. Okay. After the match, the Opps, they cut a promo. Joe, he was hyping up his boy Hobbs, saying all the women out here for all the big women out here for Hobbs, and then he was saying Hangman don't want the smoke. And he smacked everybody up in here, all the fake cowboys up in here in San Antonio, and he was going crazy on him. I ain't gonna lie, he was going crazy. I missed the promo. Did not miss to finish that match, but I missed the promo. Then we get to the basic promo of Statlander. She still hasn't gotten any improvement on this, but she pretty much accepts the challenge to face Mercedes at Full Gear. So that's our first match that we have already booked. Full Gear, Mercedes and Statlander. I'm cool with it. It's just her promo ability is just, God, it's really low. Like, it's like bland. They gotta fix that like immediately, or get her a manager. If they can't get her a manager, then they gotta fix her. They gotta send her to Eddie Kingston, send her to somewhere. I don't know, but it's just not. It's not hitting. It's not hitting at all. We get my boy Darby. They recap his W on Wrestle Dream, and then he shows up. He makes his promo short and sweet, and he just points out in the end, as long as the Death Riders are breathing, I'm not that far behind. And I'm with that. It's smoke 24/7 on site, 365 days a year. Hey, if y'all exist, I'm gonna kill y'all. Plain and simple, just like that. Hey, I'm with it. I just hope that's not his main goal, though. Just to like follow behind the Death Riders. Like, I need him to be like, okay, I'm going after, bigger and better things. I'm trying to go after the AEW Championship now, and all that. I don't need his goal to be just Death Rider exists, I gotta kill him, and that's it. Like, I don't need that just to be his shtick. We get the Jurassic Express. It's a little vignette for him, pretty much giving a short little explanation on their journey and their time back as a tag team after like so many years and teaming up. And Jungle Boy pretty much confirmed that their main goal is to reclaim what they didn't expect that they could lose, which was the tag team titles. So they're coming after those tag team titles, and we already know who holds those. Bandido. So can they beat Bandido? We're gonna have to see. Tonight, Bandido has a match in the main event, so we'll see how he does there. But we get to the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team match. Winner of this match gets to choose who they face in the first rounds of the Women's Tag Team Tournament. So they're going to show the brackets later on, but whoever wins the match, you get to choose your opponents. So perfect. You win it. If you want to choose the easiest people possible, you can get rid of them that early and have a nice little bye week for yourself. Or maybe you want to take out the hardest competitors early, and that way you get an easy fast track to the end. So we'll see what happens here. I'm gonna be honest, I was not a fan of the format of this match. Anytime they run these Fatal 4-Way, triple threat, tag team matches, I need it to be what it is, a Fatal 4-Way match. I need to have 4 women in the ring or 3 women in the ring. They do the whole 2 women in the ring thing, or how the men do it too as well, the 2 men in the ring. I'm not a fan of that format. It's stupid to me. It's stupid to me. The fact I gotta like sneakily tag you in to get in the ring, like, bro, just make it a normal Fatal 4-Way tag team match. 4 people in the ring and they tag in and tag out when they feel like it. Not I gotta like sneak a tag in. Like, that's stupid to me personally. I hope some people have a similar mindset on that one, but it's to me, it's just dumb. It's really dumb. But regardless of the fact, you know, they get a chaotic match that breaks down and to the point where you kind of don't even, the ref don't know, you don't know, nobody knows who's legal at this point during this match. In the end, Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata grab up Penelope Ford. Aminata hits her with a headbutt, and Jamie Hayter hits her with the Haterade, and they get the win. And then they choose the Sisters of Sin, Julia and Skye Blue, to be their opponents in the first rounds of the tag team tournament, so they can get rid of them early. I'm all for that. Hey, look, whatever you feel like is your choice, is your choice. And they chose to get rid of them early. Hey, let's do it. I'm all with it. There is some problems with that bracket, though. I'll get to that later on. But there's some problems. We get to the Bucks. Hey, man, they want some more Skrilla. They need some Skrilla. They still broke. Jurassic Express got the bag. So they need money. They said, Tony Khan, man, can we get another one of the money matches, twin? Like, we running low on Skrilla, man. I'm right here reusing t-shirts. And TK walks out. TK's like, hey, look. Look. You want a match for money? Say less. Fine. $400K. We'll go up. All right. But it has to be an 8-man all-star tag team match. Okay. So you got to face Jet Speed and the Jurassic Express. But your tag team partners will be these guys. And then open the door and out comes FTR. And I was like, oh, snap. Okay, see, if we doing callbacks here. You know, we have this whole nostalgia thing in the beginning of AEW and all that. And the callbacks to Young Bucks and FTR and their beef that they had. Now they got a tag team with each other to face off against Jet Speed and Jurassic Express on Collision. I'll tune into Collision just to see this match. Just to see everything that happens here. I'll tune in. I'm with it. I'm with this. I'm cool with it. Y'all mess with this? Yeah, you should. You really should. The Young Bucks, I talk about it all the time as of recent. They've been killing it. Right? This I'm broke thing going on. I'm loving it. Some people probably don't, but I'm enjoying it. On to Mercedes Moné. And when it comes to Mercedes Moné, I got a lot of problems. And I'm gonna make a separate video on it, but I just got a lot to say. But I'll save that for the video. For this segment, though, she was trying to come out here and celebrate with all her belts, but Harley Cameron, you know, brought out the Muppet version of Moné, and she was, you know, pretty much talking like Mercedes, like she normally does, doing the dance with the puppet, dancing with Renee, having a crowd dance. And Mercedes was not a fan of it. She was not a fan of any of the jokes, and she was cussing out the crowd, cussing out Renee, cussing out Harley. And while she was trying to pull up on Harley, out came Chris Statlander from under the table, and she slams Mercedes into the cake and through the table. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed Statlander putting her through a table, because like Mercedes was annoying this whole segment, and as of right now, she's been real annoying, especially with all these belts. She's got too many belts, way too many belts. But again, we'll save that for another video. But yeah, I enjoy. It was so satisfying. It was a satisfying feeling in my body seeing Chris slam her through that cake and through the table. It was great. It was a great feeling. I loved it. We get to Jon Moxley backstage. Well, not backstage. They gave us a vignette of how he's been feeling ever since that loss that he took at AEW Wrestle Dream. And you know, he seems to be having a different kind of mindset. And by different kind of mindset, I mean he's talking just a little bit concerned. Kind of like he was a little bit ashamed of how everything ended for him on Saturday, but he pretty much was talking about pushing forward and going back to business and getting back into, you know, going back to work. and how most people aren't like him, and how they would have just, took time off and this and that, but he's pulling back up. And then he's pretty much saying how putting over how for weeks he wouldn't say the words "I quit," and then he actually did, and thought that he wouldn't be showing his face on TV. But again, as he said, he's showing back up to work. And of course, the crowd's going to berate him on this one. The crowd's berating, saying you quit, he's a quitter, and all this stuff, because he's going into this matchup against Kyle O'Reilly. And yo, this man Moxley is different. This dude. So the match was good, and we were getting to this finish of this match. Kyle O'Reilly got some in an ankle lock, and Moxley, terrified to tap out or quit, snatches the referee while he's mid ankle lock and knocks out the referee. Yo, it just broke out in the chaos. They hit the DQ button on us, rang the bell, because a bunch of other referees came out there, and they rang the bell. So technically Kyle O'Reilly won the match, by the way, by DQ. So shout out to Kyle O'Reilly. But then that's when the Death Riders show up, and then they stomping out Kyle, and that's when the conglomeration shows up, and it's just a big fight. It's a big war going on. They just going wild out there. I'm like, okay, I'm with it. But to be fair, the match that they had next up was Conglomeration versus Death Riders anyway. So why not just transition directly over into that? Perfect segue right into Conglomeration versus the Death Riders. We love to see it. Fantastic 6-man tag match. Again, Mark Briscoe's in it. I don't F with Mark Briscoe like that no more. But he's still gonna kill it the way he does. And he's the one that actually got the W with the J Driller. But then after the match, they still start wilding. In came Pac in his all black fit, and then Ishii tries to show up, and he's trying to fight back, and then Marina hits him with a low blow, and then Mox is fighting, and then their plan is to beat up Orange Cassidy and throw him in the table like the same way they did Darby on the pay-per-view. But as we noted already tonight, Darby said where the Death Riders are, I'm not too far behind. And when he was going to throw Orange Cassidy into the table, in comes Darby with a bat to save the homies and scurry off the Death Riders into the crowd. So Darby helps the boy stand tall. We love to see it. We love to see it. Darby still on top of the world, still got the Death Riders showing them, hey, I'm that nigga. I'm the new Sting. I'm the new, protector of the people, and you ain't hurting nobody no more. That's it. I run this. You want smoke, you got to go through me. Plain and simple, just like that. And I respect it. Now I just need Darby to pivot his way to gold. Is my thing here. I need to pivot. We got to capitalize while the pot's hot. So I'm go after some gold, all right? Please. Am I asking too much? Please. We pan to the back or the parking lot. I don't know where the hell they were at. I think it was in the back. I can't recall anymore. It doesn't matter. They're panning to wherever the hell they were. And they're trying to interview Mercedes with the cake on her face. And she's angry and she wants to know where the makeup crew's at and yada, yada, yada. And then slide in comes Athena. And I was like, oh, look at Athena being back on TV. Look at you. And you know what she tells Moné? She's like, we need to be a tag team. Go after those tag team titles. And I'm like, great. Another belt for Mercedes. Whoopee. Jesus Christ. So, shortly after we get the women's brackets for the tag team gold. Let's get that up there. Bam! Look at that. We get Riho and Winza against Tony and Mina. We get Penelope and Megan Bayne versus Ty J. We get Queen Aminata and Jamie Hayter versus the Sisters of Sin, as we already know, Julia and Skye. And here's where the big unfortunate part of this whole bracket is. We about to kill off Willow Nightingale round 1. This is so good. Listen, I'm a fan of Willow. Okay, I think Willow's cool. I think she does deserve a lot better than what she's been given. But to now off her in the first round, she's up against Mercedes and Athena. You know dang well these niggas going to the finals. You about to have Willow lose in the first round? That's trash. That's big trash, TK. Come on, man. First you had Willow on the pre-shows, now we're doing this to her. Shame on you, TK. Shame on you. Shame on you, man. Big shame on you. Now, in a different universe, right? In a different universe, I would have Chris Statlander cost Mercedes her first match. It would be fantastic. Please, look, TK, I know. Please, if you could just have Chris interfere in this match and cost her that match, oh my God. It would be amazing. Please do that. Please do it. Please. I'm begging you. Kyle Fletcher gets a promo, but she's trying to get his promo off, and then Mark Briscoe shows up and he wants another match, and Don Callis pretty much tells him no. And then that's it. there you go. What more can you ask for? And then now we've reached the main event of the evening. The match everybody's been looking forward to. Kazuchika Okada versus Bandido for the Unified Championship. Ooh, boy. These two was cooking. Okada definitely took the lazy button and turned it off because he was tapped in during this match. And I enjoyed the hell out of it. My boy Bandido pulled up using his one-arm moves. He don't need two arms. He just need one. And he's out here working Okada to the bone. It was a lit match. I really enjoyed this match. Insane. I kind of want a Bandido win, low-key. I knew he wasn't going to, and I knew he shouldn't have. But the way how he was working real hard, I was like, man, Bandido definitely my second favorite luchador out there. You know, like Dom is number 1, and then go Bandido, and then it goes I forgot my guy's name. I forgot his name that was going crazy in that triple threat with him, Takeshita, and Okada. I forgot his name, but he my third favorite. But Bandido's definitely my second favorite luchador out there right now, currently. So shouts out to him. It was a phenomenal match from these two. In the end, Bandido tried his best to beat Okada, but when he went for the 21 plex, he was caught lacking with a Rainmaker, unfortunately, and Okada got the win. So Okada, by the end of the match, celebrated with his folks. You know what I'm saying? Out came the Don Callis family to celebrate Okada. All 25 of them. You know, pulled up to the ring to celebrate with their boy. But there's somebody that did not show up until last minute. That was Takeshita. When I mean his beat dropped and he walked out and the aura that was radiating off, dude, I was like, hold on now. He about to go crazy. He kind of salty right now. He about to go crazy. He about to go crazy on you, Okada. After what you just did, Okada just cheesing. Okada big cheesing. He's smiling. He talking smack. You can tell he's talking smack too, man. I don't know if you ever seen them them old Asian movies where they smiling at you talking smack. Or I don't know if you've seen Karate Kid. You remember Karate Kid? Karate Kid 2 with Chosen. Where Chosen was over there laughing at him, call him coward, just give me that good clean laugh, just talking smack. That's what Okada was doing. It was it was intense. Takeshita want to throw hands, and I want to see it. I want to see it. Kyle Fletcher and Don Callis had to go out there and talk some sense into Takeshita. Be like, hey man, look. He's celebrating. We chilling, twin. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta be angry, nah. And Takeshita pissed. He pissed, and rightfully so. He got Rainmakered. Hey, it was an accident, allegedly, but Okada was cheesing directly after it, so they don't feel like one. So nah, Takeshita wants to smoke, and I feel him. I want to see it. Give me Takeshita and Okada immediately. I don't care when the hell you want to run it. At Full Gear, next week, World's End. I don't care. Run this match. Run it. Wrestle Kingdom, run it. I don't care. Run it. Needs that. Needs it. But that's how AEW Dynamite goes off the air. I enjoyed the show. I ain't had no problem. The only thing I really had a problem with was Mercedes. That's really the only thing I had a problem with was Mercedes. Outside of Mercedes, I ain't had no problem with Dynamite. I didn't. I'm looking forward to next week. I need some Takeshita next week. I need some action. But that show ended with me being like, man, I need some more Takeshita and Okada. And I wonder if they're gonna let Darby tap in with some gold. And I want to see what happens with Hangman and the Opps. So got some things to look forward to. I will be tuning in for AEW Collision. Be on the lookout for a predictions video coming out tomorrow for NXT Halloween Havoc. And be on the lookout for some more videos. I'm trying to do that Mercedes one maybe tomorrow as well. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me today in the MVP's Lounge. And I will see you guys next time. All right, I'll play it on the way out. You ready?
Hey yo, we hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people.
Damn! He ain't gonna be able to
MVPs.